Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 3. We're here with race 15 at the Tri-Spinner Raceway, created by T-Dub Morris. Now we are going to have 2 races this stream. I'm hoping my voice will make it through 2 races, so here's hoping. So I'm making up for some of the postponed races from the previous week. I've got some time today, hence the slightly earlier stream, and I can fit 2 in, so we're going to do it. 2 in 1 stream. So current standings going into this back-to-back race, we have Marnie leading with 302 points, quite a strong lead in the series so far. Jimmy and Superboss currently tied in second with 282 points. Azur in 4th with 272, Pesky Bird in 5th with 257, Iceman in 6th with 252, Boer in 7th with 243, Cheese in 8th with 239, and Demon in 9th with 223. So let's head over to the first of tonight's tracks. So the Tri-Spinner Raceway. Very compact, a lot of stuff going on in a small area. When can I spend my £25 from winning the very first pre-season? There'll be no back payment prizes, only going forward. I have to start upping the game this season if you want to get into that prize pool. Otherwise, there's always next season. But we've still got plenty left in this season, still plenty of chance. Can't give up just yet. So we have our start finish. As you can tell, there's going to be a lot of spinners in this track. It is called Tri-Spinner, but there's definitely more than 3. Plenty of spinners to get stuck in, to get slowed down by. We have some shortcut options as well, a few different routes you can take. A nice big ladder. Plenty more obstacles to avoid. We have another shortcut opportunity here. You can take this single lane into 3 bowls. If you can get through those quick enough, you might beat those that have to go the long way round. So plenty of areas to slow them down in this long way, so you want to try and get the shortcuts can make a difference to your places and your times. Again, here we have a potential shortcut. There are some spinners in there, so it depends how quick you can get through. But it should be quicker than going all the way around the outside. Another bowl into a ladder. And there's one final really tall ladder that goes back to the start finish. So let's get the racers into their positions. And it is 5 laps around this track. I'm just going to quickly hydrate before we get going. Because my throat is already drying up, which is not a good sign for what's to come. So Azur starting at the front, Marnie starting at the back, following that finish in the last race. I should say that first place finish to specify. Can I do normal speed? I have work in an hour. No, we can't run it at full speed. It'll be way too hard to keep up with. And I'm not sure I can talk quite that fast.
Hello there. Hello.
Oh, just had a new follow as well just before we start. Thank you, Homebrew. Thank you so much for the follow. A bit faster. We'll see how the flow goes. As we do have 2, so I guess we may be able to run a little bit quicker than normal. We'll see. You know, we might be able to squeeze in 2 in an hour. Who knows? Let's get the first one underway anyway. 5 laps. We have been running them quicker this season over other seasons, hence why I say the lap counts are shorter because we're also making them a little bit shorter in terms of content, so the streams aren't too long, the videos aren't too long. But also speeding up the races. Now I'm a little bit better with the commentary. Don't have to go quite as slow. Get a bit more pace going. So Iceman's going to take an early lead. Jimmy in second. Demon in third. All getting caught up in the spinner here. Zer's going to get a nice line through there and take third. Bit of a pile up. Boer's going to go for the shorter route here. This could be huge on lap 1. We'll see how quick Boer can get through this section. A good drop down, a little bit slow on the exit. It's not going to be enough to take first, but we'll come out in second. Going onto the ladder, we'll be tied though with Azur and Jimmy for a first place spot. Very good shortcut use by Boer on the opening lap. Marnie with a bit of a rough start. Is only the first lap. We can speed these ladders up a bit because they are quite tall. See what happens coming off the first one. Jimmy's got the inside line. Boer's going to be in third place, opting for the outside route, but Azur getting caught up on one of the triangles. Cheese is going to get a great line through there, move up to first. Boer in second, blocking Jimmy out. Boer going up the inside. So does Jimmy, both cutting up the inside of Cheese. Azur getting a good inside line on the bowl. Could be really big for an early drop down. And it is a huge increase. Jimmy just missing the shortcut. Azur's now up into first. So everyone quite close together here. We'll see if anyone does get the shortcut. It's not looking like it. See Pesky Bird coming around. And Marnie's still trailing behind. After a strong start to the season, struggling a bit on this race. But it is still only lap 1. Still loads that can happen. Demon managing to move up to first. Azur in second. Boer in third. Cheese in fourth. Jimmy fifth. Superboss sixth. Iceman seventh. Pesky Bird in eighth. Coming off that ladder, Demon just avoiding the shortcut very narrowly there. Iceman is going to get the shortcut. See how many spots get gained here. Going in at 7th. Going to go a bit of a rough route through the first spinner there, but could be good for the second one. Coming down is actually going to go all the way up from 7th to 1st, so a massive use of the shortcut there and a huge play by Iceman. Demon currently in second, a bit of a gap opening up now to Pesky Bird and Boer, who are now battling for third. And Marnie trying to catch up. Has managed to get past Azur and Cheese. May have been a shortcut use. I'm going to guess it would be based on how big the gap was at the back. So Marnie now probably putting in some work that we're used to seeing. Just a bit of a slow start to the first lap. So coming round towards lap 2, Iceman will be leading, Demon will be second. Boer is going to be third, Superboss in fourth, Pesky Bird in fifth. Marnie moving up to 6th now, Jimmy in 7th, Azur in 8th, and Cheese in 9th. Superboss having trouble on the spinners. Not good on a track that is majority spinners. So for the front, it is a battle between Demon and Iceman. As Demon managing to get into first, Iceman's going to take that position back coming out of the zigzag. Demon opting for the wrong side of the spinner here is going to be quite a big time loss. Iceman going for the shortcut, showing how it's done up at the front. Just going to extend that lead even more. A great drop down, perfect through the shortcut. Is going to be a massive time gain and opening up the gap from first to second. Pesky Bird's going to get a shortcut as well. A good drop down will come out just behind Demon, closing that gap from second to third. We have Boer coming through, currently in fourth. Jimmy in fifth. Superboss dropping a few spots. Marnie just going up position by position. It's going to be in front of Superboss now in 6th. Superboss 7th as well, 8th, and Cheese currently in 9th. The Iceman on the move up at the front. Opting for the wrong side of the spinner is going to be very costly. Actually caught in a bit of a loop here. That is very costly for Iceman's big lead. And Demon and Pesky Bird now right on Iceman's tail. So dropping into the bowl, see who drops down first. Words already starting to jumble together here. And Pesky Bird's going to get a big shortcut play here. This could be huge. Slowly over the spinner. It's a good first drop. Down the second. Iceman's got a good run down there, but a hit on the wall is just going to slow him down enough for Pesky Bird to stay in front. Iceman is going to be in second. Demon in third, going onto the ladder. Superboss is going to be fourth. Jimmy in fifth. Boy, with a great run down there, is going to get past Jimmy with all that speed. But Marnie's going to get blocked by Jimmy, not quite getting the pass. They'll be side by side on the ladder. But Boy moving up to fifth. Demon getting the shortcut in the next zone, looking to try and take that first spot. So a lot of back and forth going on up at the top right now. But Pesky Bird's got a good bit of speed down here. It's going to be close. They come out side by side. Demon with a rough bounce off the corner means Pesky Bird's going to keep hold of that first position going into the bowl. And a better line in the bowl as well. It's going to drop down just before Demon. So very close together now, Pesky and Demon. But Pesky is currently leading. Superboss now on the tail of Iceman, looking for that third position. Marnie coming around now in fifth. I think we've had a incident with Blur somewhere on or off the track. We will have to investigate that in a minute, as Jimmy is now in 6th, Azure in 7th, Cheese in 8th. And Boer is off the track. See the not again in the chat. A very unfortunate end to Boer's race there. It has been a rough season. F's in the chat for Boer. Our first DNF of the race. Currently up at the front, Demon is leading. Pesky Bird has the fastest lap, currently in 2nd. Iceman in 3rd, with Superboss not far behind in 4th. And I think Marnie's had an incident dropping off the track somewhere at the top, and has managed to save themselves by staying on the track, but is now set quite far back and will have loads of time to make up if they can even do it, as we are already on lap 3 of 5. So that's put Marnie all the way down to 8th, moving Cheese and Jimmy up. Jimmy in 6th, Cheese in 7th. Oh boy, saying, alright, let's start the second race of today. See if things go better on the second race. Pesky Bird has moved up into the first spot. But going for the inside route here is not the best option. Demon's going to come through and just squeeze past, retaking that number 1 spot. But Pesky Bird with a great drop down. Not going to give up that top spot that easily, just missing the shortcut though. Demon taking a little longer, doesn't get the shortcut. Will remain in 2nd. Iceman dropping down as well now, does get the shortcut. This could be big for Iceman. I don't think it'll be enough. It definitely won't be enough to get past Pesky Bird or Demon here, with the gap they've created up at the front. but it will reduce the gap slightly. If they can consistently hit some checkpoints, there is still a chance. As Peskybird and Demon both missing out on the following shortcut. And Iceman will get the next shortcut as well. This is what I mean, consistency with the shortcuts is just what is needed here for Iceman for a chance of getting up to the top. Peskybird already around though with some good speed there. Demon making their way around now, but getting caught up in the spinner means Iceman will be quick enough to move up into second. Demon seems to be having trouble trying to go the same way around this spinner that just is not working. Finally going to the inside and on the move just before Superboss can get the overtake. As making their way around as well. Jimmy not far behind. Cheese also not too far behind. But currently up in the front, Peskybird still holding quite a strong lead. Iceman in second, Demon in third, Superboss in fourth. Yeah, the leaderboard is showing Marnie higher than they should be right now because we haven't gone on to the next lap. So as everyone crosses the line, it will correct the positioning there. That'll be just down to the checkpoints and the checkpoint counter. We should see Azure and Jimmy crossing the line and moving in front of Marnie. And Cheese, of course, as well. Oh, and Jimmy's taken a fall. I think that might have been the same spot that Marnie fell, except Marnie managed to stay on the track somehow, probably falling onto the layer below, but Jimmy, not as successful, does fall completely off, and that is F's in the chat for Jimmy, DNF for them. So heading back to the front runners. Peskybird with quite the lead right now. Demon not far behind Iceman, very close together. Superboss also in sight on lap 4. So coming off the top, Iceman trying to go for the inside. This inside route just does not work. Does mean Demon will get past, and Superboss now right behind Iceman. Could be a chance here to gain a position and move into the top 3. In the background, we can just see Peskybird just running away with it. Superboss with a big bounce there is a bit risky. Could have almost gone off the edge, but manages to stay on the track. Pretty good line through there. It's going to be closing the gap here. Iceman, Demon, and Superboss all very close together right now. See who gets the best line down here. You want to say as straight as possible. Demon showing how it's done. Will get past Iceman and will be second. Iceman third and Superboss fourth going onto the ladder. Quite the gap back though to Azure in 5th. Trying to see where they are right now. And I can't actually see them. That is because they're no longer on the track. F's in the chat for Azure as well, as Azure has gone off the track. And that will be yet another DNF. So currently the top 4 have quite a secure gap back to 5th place. As it will be Cheese moving up into that 5th spot. Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting that many DNFs on this track. But in the Ultimate Marble Racing series, the unexpected always seems to happen. I can test these tracks multiple times. I guarantee the actual race will end up totally different. So a quick check on Pesky Bird. I think there's clearly a drop-off point somewhere here. I'm not sure where exactly or what's causing it. And then the other drop-off must have been a bounce further down. Maybe an aggressive turn attempt. Who knows? One wrong move can send you off. I'm guessing here it could be hitting the spinner too hard. Could force you over, maybe. That would be my guess. So Superboss has moved up into the top 3. Demon now in 4th. And it looks like Cheese and Marnie are now actually quite close together, so there could be a bit of a battle going on here for that 5th place. We'll have to keep an eye on those on the leaderboard. But also Superboss is going to get the shortcut here to try and get past Demon. It is a good drop, a little bit slow on the release. They will be side by side. Demon with more speed. But they will be side by side onto the ladder. This is the battle for 3rd. Meanwhile, Pesky Bird still holding that strong lead. Going around the bowl. You can see Iceman making their way around now. Pesky Bird dropping down. Going to avoid the shortcut route. It is the final lap. This is where shortcut usage could come in huge. And as I say that, Iceman going for the shortcut. This could be massive for Iceman right now. This could be a huge position change for the points. Pesky Bird does hit the wall, doesn't get a clean run down the straight. It's going to slow them down, but Iceman having trouble dropping down the second bowl. A bit slow through the shortcut means that Pesky Bird is going to make it just in front. But Iceman is not far behind now. See Marnie getting the shortcut in the background. I think Cheese may have done the same, or they were just quicker around the outside. Demon's going to get the shortcut here to get in front of Superboss, though, and try and reclaim that 3rd position. Pesky Bird and Iceman both going the longer way round. So quite the battle going on between 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th. And 5th and 6th. We have 3 battles of 2 going on. Iceman going for the lunge on the inside of the spinner. This is going to be big for Iceman. Does make it past Pesky Bird. Pesky Bird still holding the fastest lap for that extra point. They are close together now. Iceman getting caught up on the wall though. It's a bad exit through there. Means Pesky Bird is going to reclaim that top spot. Going into the bowl, coming through the final section of the final lap. It's going to be close for that number 1 spot. Demon is just in front of Superboss. It looks like Manny and Cheese also very close together in the background. Cheese getting the shortcut, just trying to extend that lead away from Manny. Manny not getting the shortcut. That will extend Cheese's 5th place over Manny. Iceman going for the inside. He's going to get past Pesky Bird. Pesky Bird going for a different line. It's just not quick enough. They're going to be side by side. It is going to be a side by side sprint to the finish for 1st place. It all comes down to this final stretch, and Iceman gets the better release, has more speed coming off the ladder, and Iceman is going to take 1st across the line. Pesky Bird in 2nd, a very close finish, and Iceman actually stealing that fastest lap on that final lap as well. A huge play for Iceman and a good race. So congratulations, claps in the chat for Iceman. Looks like Demon is going to be coming through in 3rd, extending the gap over Superboss. And Demon will come through to take 3rd place. And as Boer says, a rare podium finish for Demon. Superboss in 4th, and there you go, there's the fall. We've just seen the fall in action. Superboss's race, fortunately, getting across the line first. But that is the fall point. Going too aggressive on the inside line of this spinner. Or on the right side, I suppose I'd say. Can result in a fall. So Cheese coming around now in 5th. And Marnie will be taking 6th. Which means Azur in 7th, Jimmy in 8th, and Boer in 9th. Three DNFs. Which was almost 4 if Marnie hadn't managed to save the fall. Another Boer moment. Very much so. There we go, a very good race. Very close all the way down to the end, but Iceman did take the win here on the Tri-Spinner Raceway, race 15. So let's head over to our winners cam. Great race for Iceman. The fastest lap steal as well. It's a good race by Pesky Bird also. Very close down to the finish. Neck and neck. So we're going to wait for the DNF timer to count down and secure these positions. You just watch our race winner go round. Giving speed now, there we go. So very close, 0.2 across the line, and then a 20-second gap back to Demon. So the top two really dominating the final couple of laps of this race. So I'm going to go and enter the results over on the leaderboard, and I'll be back with the standings in just a minute. Alright, these standings have been updated, so let's go over and take a look. So we've seen a couple of people switch places following that race. Still leading Marnie up at the front with 317 points. Superboss in second with 301. Jimmy in third with 295. Azur in fourth with 286. Iceman in fifth with 283. Pesky Bird in sixth with 282. A 1 point difference there. And that fastest lap 1 point for Iceman coming in play. Cheese in 7th with 256, knocking Boer back down to 8th with 255, again a 1 point difference, and Demon in 9th with 245, just trying to close that gap ever so slightly at the bottom. So Marnie's still holding top spot, Demon still holding bottom spot. So nothing changed at the top or the bottom, everything in between still switching up, but there's still plenty more points up for grabs. Plenty could change. Could we see, with after that race, could we see Marnie potentially dropping down? Could it have all been the first half of the season? Are we going to see a drop in momentum? Who knows? Superboss still holding quite strong, trying to keep hold of that top. Jimmy still not with a win, but still just hanging on in that top three. So we'll see. Can Jimmy pick up a win? Can Marnie keep hold of the top spot? Will Demon be able to bump up from 9th? Still plenty more to come. But we do have a second race. So for those that are watching on YouTube, this is where the video is going to end. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.